Hi, Victor. How are you?
I'm great. How about you? Are you good?
I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, and I also have my princess with me, Olivia. So she's also going to be in this interview.
Princess and the Queen.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me on this interview, and I'm very much looking forward to have you as our next keynote speaker on Thursday at the IMN Copenhagen. Before we meet you on the stage on Thursday, I would like to ask you a few questions. So the people that are supposed to come, they would like to know you a little bit better.
Great.
Yes, but to be honest, I have actually known you now for more than 2 years, I think it is, and you're also a very good friend of mine. And for me, I see you as a very successful young entrepreneur, and I'm very impressed by you, what you have created so far. Can you please tell me a little bit what you have done so far if we're looking at the business and the business you are running right now?
Well, thank you for the kind words, Jenny. It means a lot when it comes from you, because I know you don't just say it to make me happy, but you actually say it if you mean it. So thank you for that. I've always had it in me. I think I've always wanted to do something more. I was always trying to make something work since a very young age. So I started officially my first business when I was 19, and since then I had maybe I think 3 or 4 successful ventures that led me to what I'm doing right now. And for what I'm doing right now is I have a accounting business where I do accounting, but I do it proactively, I digitalized a lot of processes to make it faster. So what usually took 8 hours now took 3. That's what I'm doing at the moment.
Okay, wow. Victor, can you tell me about one of your greatest achievements so far?
Yes, one of my greatest achievements was in an American company where I reached a pinnacle of a position in the company. I became what was called a regional vice president at the company at the age of 22.
Yeah.
And I remember I had built a salesforce with 4,000 independent business owners, and we created together over 35,000 customers actually.
Yeah.
And I think that was by far one of the biggest achievements I have until now.
Wow.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, another question that I find very interesting. How do you push yourself through your worst times?
I believe that just being from Scandinavia and Denmark and just being from Europe, I must admit that if we believe that we have a hard time, we are lying to ourselves. Because if you look around, just go to Asia for a couple of days, go to Africa, go to Latin America, then you see the real picture of how it's going. So when I have bad times here, I really compare it, not because it's always something you can compare, but I always compare it to, I know that somebody has a worse story than myself. So what am I talking about at the moment? So I think it's about, just appreciating that you're from Europe and have opportunities that most people don't.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Another question, what keeps you awake at night if you can't sleep? I mean...
Actually, yes, many people would say their goals, and I believe in the goals people have, but I actually maybe think my guilt if not reaching the goals or my deadlines. So I get guilty so fast if I know, because you can lie to everybody else, you can give excuses to everybody else, but when you're lying to yourself, if there was something you couldn't do or a deadline you couldn't hit, then you will justify it with the best reasons ever. But inside, what's the truth. So I will believe my guilt toward my goals and my family. That's certainly what keeps me up at night and gets me up in the morning.
Okay. And then when you wake up in the morning, what motivates you to get out of the bed in the morning?
Well, mainly also some of the same. Like I know that, even she agrees.
Yes, she does.
But actually mainly the same, like my guilt toward my goals, but also if I know that if I'm just procrastinating can be very expensive. And if you procrastinate one thing, people think that they're just one thing behind, but actually maybe there are 6 or 7 things behind, because it takes focus, it takes your energy, and it makes you do all the other objects poorly than what you would do if you actually start off by hitting your deadlines. So if you said that you want to wake up at 6 and you wake up at 7, already there, it took some of your energy, some of your drive, and it will destroy the rest of the day for you in some matter. So that's what keeps me up in the morning, that you have to go through it and keep the discipline.
Yeah, I know we have now been running this club for almost, I think it's 14 months, and you were actually at our first event when we started the club, and now you will actually be our keynote speaker on Thursday. Can you just tell me, why do you want to be the keynote speaker at the IMN Copenhagen? Is there any, thoughts behind that?
Yeah, of course. First of all, the people behind it, you and Carlos, I've known you now for I think a little over 2 years, and great people. We clicked the first time we met, all of us, and I really believe the way that you guys believe in people and the way you encourage people and stuff. So I believe that you have the right intentions, and for me, it's all about the intention. And the intention with the club is to empower business, is to empower networking, and of course, I would always support that kind of matter.
Wow. Yeah, that's very nice of you. Okay, I think that's it actually. Thank you so much, and we are very much looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. And I'm so sorry. Usually I have a longer interview, but because of this princess, yeah, it is the way it is today. But thank you so much, Victor, and see you on Thursday.
See you. I look forward to it.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.